So so you kind of transitioned into being this, just going for it as a self-published author. So what's that journey been like? Do you feel like you're gonna be able to sustain it? Like you feel like you're able to make it work, or how's that all worked for you?
Yeah, it's I think I'm starting. It's starting to pick up. Like I'll admit, the first year was pretty quiet. Like I didn't focus too much on marketing. I didn't kind of network enough to kind of get into the different writing and kind of indie fantasy communities that I needed to be in because I was just so focused on churning out the next book. So like trying to learn the ropes of self publishing because it is a behemoth. Like there's a lot to learn, and the worst part about it is that you need to learn some useless knowledge along the way. You need to learn what doesn't work as you figure out what does work. So it feels like time wasted, but it's not really. But anyway, yeah, the start of this year was really good because I reached out to one author, Rob Lee, who was posting under the hashtag the break-ins, which turned out to be this awesome writing group they allowed me into, and now we've just kind of death ball together. No, not death ball. Sorry, what's the Voltron together as like a big kind of collaborative team of writers and uh, indie publishing influencers and stuff as we kind of make our debuts or kind of take our first steps into indie publishing. And it's been really great to have them as a support structure. It's been great to be able to be involved in supporting them too. And I think, yeah, that honestly would be my key advice to like, if you are starting out on a self-publishing journey to anyone listening who is like, yeah, find your friends first. You need to find people to talk to who will support you and who you can support as well. Cause that makes it all seem a lot more real than just sitting at home in a box, just tapping away at a keyboard.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many people out there. Like the more I've kind of delved into, seeing if I can interview people and talk with them, and there's just so many people out there doing so many cool things. And not only that, but I interviewed one guy who created a comic book, and
Mm.
he lives in South Africa, and his artist lives in South America. And
Wow.
so and you're in Australia, like just this idea that living in this world where all of us creatives can finally like talk and collaborate, and it's just really cool. It's a really cool time to be alive for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like it's almost never ending, right? Like
Hmm.
there's just so many like you'll never get to know everyone in here. I always feel like I'm kind of stumbling into new chambers, new social circles of people that I didn't even know existed.
Yeah. Well, the break-ins, that's a really cool concept. And I'd interviewed Brian Wilson, who's part of that, and Caden Love too, which I didn't know
Mm.
was a part of that in the beginning either. Um, and then all Brian, I guess, must have shared it with you
That's it.
guys.
That's exactly what's happened there. Brian
Yeah,
just
and
came
then
into our group and just went, "Hey, Brendan's looking for people to interview, man." I'm like, "Sold. I'm in."
yeah, and all of a sudden I was like, "Whoa, I got a bunch of people to talk to." So this is really awesome. So I love it. It's really fun, and I think I'm kind of in the same boat with you about like you were saying in the beginning, where you kind of like to create alone. I'm
Mm.
kind of the same too. Of like I do better if I'm just can create by myself, but then also eventually pass it on for other people to see. But for the most part, starting it and doing mostly by myself. But I think, like you're saying, having a group like the break ins to eventually share your stuff with, that's a huge benefit for them, for you. Like, it's just, yeah, you got to have those people around you.
Yeah, definitely. Like it's just like no man is an island. Is how I'd sum it up, right? Yeah.